going on, y'all? Alright, so The Hateful Eight. Just finally had a chance to see this movie this past weekend. I know it's been out for like 3 weeks since Christmas. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed the movie. I liked it a lot. Now, as far as Quentin Tarantino films in general, I know a lot of people don't like him. I know that he gets hit with a lot of criticism from a lot of people saying that he's too violent. He displays too much racism, and you know, the things that he portrays in his movies are a little too close to reality. I read a comment, or it was kind of a comment, it wasn't even really a good review, of a person on Rotten Tomatoes that was saying that, you know, I expect to be entertained when I go see a movie. This was full of dialogue, full of exposition, the action was too violent, it wasn't entertaining, and, you know, he should stop using displays of racism in his movies, and I'm kind of like, okay, well, first of all, Quentin Tarantino's films are his own creation, but they're a fiction of reality. I mean, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but his movies in general, when you look back to Pulp Fiction, you look back to Reservoir Dogs, you look back to Inglourious Basterds, Jackie Brown, all of these really iconic films that he's put out there, they're very close to a bit of reality. Every little aspect of his movies touches on something that is true to real life. You know, there is such a thing as racism out there and in our society and in our history. You know, the Hateful Eight movie is set in the late 1800s, just after the Civil War. I'm not going to spoil too much for the movie. From what I gather, not a whole lot of people are going out to see this movie. Right now it's trailing just under 35 million at the box office, and so not a home run hit. I can only assume that most people are not going out in droves to see this movie. They should. I'm going to say that. They should. If you haven't seen Hateful Eight yet, go out and watch it. Quentin Tarantino is a master at storytelling. He's a master at filmmaking. You know, the cinematography he uses, the shots that he uses, the tones, the color, the lighting, everything is visually just superior to look at, right? You go to a movie, you're looking at a huge screen, you want to see things that are visually stimulating. He's also probably one of the only directors out there that can make still frame shots interesting. He's the only director out there that can make pure, stone cold, gritty, racy dialogue interesting and palatable to listen to. Go see this movie. Go see The Hateful Eight, because it's an original film. It's a period piece. It's set in the 1800s. It's a Western. Imagine that. Westerns are still being produced in high quality, high definition. Great. It's a great movie to watch. So go see The Hateful Eight. You know, it has Samuel L. Jackson and Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell. I mean, watching The Hateful Eight makes me want to go back and watch Escape from L.A. and Escape from New York and all of these older movies that Kurt Russell was really great in. I want to go back and watch The Thing, you know, that also had Kurt Russell in it. Just these older classic movies. This movie makes me want to go back and watch everything that I ever saw from Kurt Russell. You know, Kurt Russell in this movie is hilarious. He's playing this bounty hunter, and he has a prisoner, which is a woman that's in the trailer, that he's going to go take to hang. That's what he does. He captures people, he takes them to the hangman. And there's no better character for Kurt Russell to play than that sort of gritty and unflinching, you know, character, and he does it great. You know, he's over the top. He really is, and you could tell he just loved every second of it, because there's moments in the movie where someone's telling him something and he's like, ah, bullshit! You know, he does that classic Kurt Russell thing, and the guy says, no, really, it's true. He goes, bullshit! He goes even higher. It's so entertaining to watch the dialogue that goes between Kurt Russell and all of the other main characters in this movie. Samuel L. Jackson, you know, like many of the films that he's been in, especially Quentin Tarantino films, he was in Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, which was my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. He's just stone cold at the dialogue. You know, you feel very disarmed when you watch him and when you see him, but knowing that his character is dangerous. His character will shoot you. His character will say things to your face that you would think that no person would have the balls to say to another person. And he does it in this movie. It's great. You're sitting there like, oh shit, I can't believe he just said that. It's a great film. Go watch it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's not one of my most favorite Quentin Tarantino films. Again, Pulp Fiction is right up there, you know, and then it's hard to pick a second because everything else kind of just filters into the background next to Pulp Fiction. But for The Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino's 8th film that he's given us, I hope he goes beyond just making 10 films. I'm going to give this film a rating of go see it in theaters. Go to the theater. Take your money. Yeah, that's a good rating. Go see it in theaters and take my money. I won't feel disappointed. You won't feel disappointed. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you've seen The Hateful Eight, what did you think of it? Did you like the tone of the film? Did you not like the tone of the film? If you haven't seen it, don't wait to see it on Redbox. You won't get the same experience watching it. Even if you have a huge TV, if you have like a 70-inch LED or a 4K curved TV, it won't be the same experience as going to actually see this in the theaters. And it's absolutely worth the 3 hours. Alright, thanks guys. We'll see you at the next one.
Well, well, well. Looks like Minnie's haberdashery is about to get cozy for the next few days.